there. How are you?
Pretty well. How are you?
I am very. It's Shaheen.
Yes, exactly. Everyone says Shaheen, Shaheen, but you pronounce perfect Shaheen.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful. It's very nice to meet you. I
Nice to
see
meet you.
that you have a lesson plan. You're welcome. I see you have a lesson plan set to go. So, shall we begin?
Yeah, living best life. No, I haven't selected this.
Oh, okay. Oh, would you like to go with would you like to do the lesson plan or would you like to do something else?
I went through your profile. You're helping student with their business language skills.
Yes,
So I
yes.
was
Oh, very good, very good. So tell me a little bit about what brings you to Cambly. Are you interested in improving for your business, language for your business?
Actually, I'm running my own school. So I work in management department, administration department. So I thought that I should know a little bit about business language skills as well.
Wonderful. I think it's a great idea. So how many employees do you foresee having in your business or working with?
Teaching staff and non-teaching staff, we are 19 people. 19 people,
19?
and including me, it's 20.
20. Okay, so there are 20 people in the entire organization. That's a great word,
Yes.
organization. Yes. So what is your here's a great word that we use in English, and I'm going to send it to you in the chat box. We use the word purpose or mission statement. So when you see these words, they mean essentially the same thing. What is the purpose or mission statement of your business?
Purpose means to educate children.
Great. So some of the techniques that I like to use when I'm teaching people English is, I should say, some of the techniques that I use are showing pictures. I do that a lot. I do that a great deal because it gives the speaker a chance to add a little bit of information and then to continue adding information
Yes,
about what they see.
yes.
And so one of my favorites is to do that. The other thing that I like to do with new students is uh, to get them to think in English is to give them maybe 3 sentences and then have them repeat back to me what they hear. It's a little challenging at first for many people. Used to it, they overcome the fear a little bit, and they're able to speak a little bit easier and more comfortably in English.
I don't
How
have any
many?
problem to communicate in English. Means I don't have fear kind of things or lack of confidence. I've been on Cambly since last, I think, for 4 months.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful. That is great. That is
yeah,
wonderful. So, what is we talked about your purpose and your mission statement. Do you have I know you said the government funds you to provide this service to young people. Uh, do you have a screening process that you use for students, or how do you know what level those students uh, can be accomplished? How do you know what level to place them in? Do you do
uh,
testing, in other words?
sorry, could you repeat, please? Your voice
Sure.
is breaking a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. So when your students come to you, do you give them testing, or do you test their knowledge of language in order to place them in the proper program or level?
Yes, of course. New students who come for certain classes, like a certain grade, first grade, second grade, or some fifth, fourth, or fifth grade. First, we test them. We have made some tests according to their class, their grade. It's parameter for their age group according to the
Very,
parameter, and we test them their all the skills, reading skill, writing skill, listening skill, speaking skill as well, especially pronunciations and all. And if we think that he or she is not able to do so, so we ask parent to take more efforts on it. Or if we think that he or she is not capable after taking efforts for 1 or 2 months as well, then we have to think about it.
okay. So the teachers individually assess the children, and then you, through various methods, and then you work with the children to make certain that they can remain actively learning in various
Yes,
ways. Very nice.
yes,
Very nice.
yes. Apart from class, the students who are unable to cope up with the other students, like what can I say, slow learners. So we
Right.
assign some separate time for them apart from their daily working hours, their learning hours, and we take more efforts towards their progress.
Greater effort toward the students who need a little additional help. So in their
Yes.
free time or their spare time,
Like
their
remedial,
remedial programs,
remedial
absolutely.
class.
Remedial. Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. So what would you consider your, if there is one, what would you consider your greatest achievement?
Again, your voice is breaking. Sorry.
What would you consider your greatest achievement?
Yeah, really, it's a nice question. When someone come to me and they ask for their students admission, and we conduct a test and we find that the student is not up to the mark according to their grade, and when we take the special efforts on these students, and when they start reading, writing, speaking parallelly with other students, or sometimes they do much better than these students as well, it's like a reward for us.
Of course, very rewarding to know that the students
That
can learn.
satisfaction, that happiness is much more than anything other.
I tend to agree, to see students be able to progress and to learn something every single day is a huge, that's wonderful. That is absolutely great. So in addition to using your testing materials, are there other ways in which the students can demonstrate, there's a great word for you, to demonstrate their skill set and their progress? Do they
Other
work
things
in
like
groups?
you, okay, you mean teaching aids, teaching
Correct.
material.
Yes.
Okay, we use flashcards, then we use some activity material, then we try to use some, means so many things like for small kids, animals, color posters,
Mhm.
then it's like visual art, and then audio visual clips sometimes we use to make them understand, and if they can identify or they can understand,
Very nice.
means it's helpful for us to teach them.
So it's a combination of learning and speaking, and then of course quiet reading and so forth. That's a wonderful mixture. And
Yeah.
for to learn any language, of course, the key is to speak the language as often as you can in order to overcome that little brain stop sign or barrier that asks you to speak your own native language. And I so admire people. Do you have students that know more than a single or their own home language or their own native language? Are there many students who speak multiples?
Yes, because India is, diverse in culture, and so
Yes.
many religions are there, and in different state, different languages are there. So in my place, many languages are there: Hindi, Marathi, then Banjara language, and the Urdu language. So yeah, people speak sometimes two, three languages. So mm,
Do
it's
you find that the students who speak multiple languages learn at a faster pace?
I don't think so. It vary from person to person. It depends on the ability
Individual.
of that student. Yeah.
So the individual is more key than how many languages they know.
And
Very good.
one more thing, environment of their home as well.
What was that?
Environment of their home means if parents are
Oh,
educated, they help them at home. But
of
when parents
course.
are not educated, or if they are not able to support their kids,
Of
they
course.
may lag behind a little bit. So we have to put efforts.
Absolutely. So multiple techniques and depending upon the student, the rate in which they progress. And then is there a is does the government provide or require that testing be done to prove in order for you to maintain your funding for each of the students? Do you have to show that they have achieved a certain goal at a particular time?
Even though we do not get any government funding, but yeah, government provides so many testings, and they ask us to maintain the record of each individual, and we do the same.
Wonderful. Excellent. So all in all, have you been happy with the success of the children that have passed
Yeah,
through the doors
it,
of your
it
school?
gives me pleasure.
Oh, that's so wonderful. There's a great expression for you,
It's a
passing through the
it's,
doors.
it's a purpose. It's a purpose of my institution.
Very nice. Very nice. That's wonderful. We have many idiomatic expressions in English. Probably know. Those are expressions that take words that are normally found in other conversation or have other meanings more strictly interpreted, but we change those idioms up and they become part of the pop cultural language, if you will. So my question
Yes.
is, do you ever teach those English idioms to your students?
Yeah, according to their grade. We are running out of time, so I would like to ask a question. Would you mind if I upload this lesson on YouTube?
Some
My school students are getting benefit from it, and few my subscribers as well. So I always share these lessons with my school students, so they listen.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like to go out into the public arena, but if you're showing it to your students, I have no objection to that. And
Thank you so much.
I thank you for your time here. Good luck in your mission, and I'm impressed, and I wish you the greatest success, you and your
Thank you. Thank. Thank.